Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jesse Jackson Ogola, and this is Irorii, Irorii. So when I say ring, ring, I'm going to say ring, ring, and then you'll say click, click, sawa sawa, tuko pamoja. So when I say ring, ring, you say click, click before I bring out my guest, sawa sawa. So ring, ring. Thank you so much. And today, my guest today is a singer and songwriter. And I'm sure you guys have met her. So put your hands together. Are we ready? Let me see your fingers if you're ready. Let's snap our fingers if you're ready. My guest today is none other than Hildah Watiri. Makofi ya Hildah wewe. Makofi until afike on stage bwana. Makofi ya msanii. Nice. How are you, Hildah?
I'm okay.
We're speaking to the mic. You're comfortable?
Yeah, comfortable. Saseni.
Nakusikia.
Hi guys. My name is Hildah Watiri and thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Are you guys excited to see Hildah Watiri? So I'm going to give you a brief intro of who Hildah is. Nilikuwa nimemwandikia a brief intro. So I want to give you guys a brief intro of who Hildah is. So Hildah Watiri is a singer, songwriter with the zeal and ambition of a caterpillar that is looking to morph into a beautiful butterfly. Her lyricism is apt, evidence of an artist who has spent endless hours sharpening the edge of her pen. And outside of all of that, she still expresses her artistic camaraderie in the form of her dressing design. Evidence of an artist who is full of determination, intention, and pays keen interest on expression. Ignorant characters have tried to disqualify Hildah by asking, who is Hildah Watiri? But she has dismissed all that and gone back on track and sat down and written endless lyrics of music. So today, Hildah looks to stretch her voice and words beyond Kenyan borders, winning Kenya some Grammys, and to sit on the highest tone of music endeavor. And today again, Hildah sits before us, and we get the chance to hear from the horse's mouth herself. So are you ready? Are you ready? Msijali, atawaimbia kawimbo kamoja. So utawaimbia kawimbo kamoja, Hildah?
Yeah.
Hildah atawaimbia kawimbo kamoja, ile kali. How are you feeling today?
I'm okay. Niko chilled. I'm excited to be back at school tena. It's been a long time.
When was the last time you were in school?
Mtajua age yangu.
Tupatie timeline.
2020, Jehovah. 2022? Yeah.
20.
But I performed here before.
That is during one of our cultural events, right?
Yes.
What do you think about this place?
I love KCA sana. I have family that wamekuja shule huku, so ina feeling nikirudi I feel like I belong.
Home away from home.
Yes.
Okay. So my first question to you is music something you stumbled upon randomly, or this is something you have always wanted to do?
It's something that I've always wanted to do. I come from a background near singers. My dad used to sing and also play the guitar. So I just picked up a few things from him. Nilikuwa nadhani kila mtu anaweza imba, by the way, until nisikia watu wengine. Poleni guys if you can sing.
Kama nani? Usema mtu mmoja.
Kutoka familia yangu.
Ule sister ko mdogo.
Yeah. So I nikaanza kuwa very passionate about it when people told me that, by the way, you can actually do this. You sing so well, nini. So nikaanza kuona, this is something I can actually do full time. So
uliwahi imba kwa Sunday school. Unajua most people wanaanzanga kuimba kwa Sunday. Did you ever have a phase in life where you sang in Sunday school?
Oh yes, absolutely.
What was the experience like?
Strict. Kama uimbi the right key, uko out of the choir.
When ulikuwa choir master?
Yes. So I did sing in Sunday school.
Ulikuwa na ile magic wand ya choir masters? ile ya kucontrol voice.
Natumia tu mkono na side eyes.
Ukirushia watu alto side eye wananyamaza.
Yeah, exactly.
So what was your Sunday school singing phase like?
It was mostly like, do you mean the songs you used to sing or so? Okay, most of the songs ilikuwa inspired by, of course, gospel singers. Nilikuwa nasikiza sana women of faith. Actually, hao ndo walifanya nijue that I can sing, I can harmonize, kufanya vitu kama hizo. So yeah, it was pretty much.
I'd love to know what is the distinction between singing and harmonizing?
So singing.
For me and everyone else who does not know.
When you're on the spot, and go like, I don't know how to explain it, but singing is just the singing you do,
words.
And then and then harmonizing is adding a different melody on top of whatever you're singing, but on the same key. Yes,
so
that's the best way.
Just a small difference, not a really big difference.
Yeah, it's not a huge difference.
Just before we continue, I hope everyone can hear all of us. Mnatusikia vizuri sana. Thank you so much. I'll reserve some. I know most of you have questions for our guest, and we'll make reservations for that. So kama uko na kaswali hapo, unaweza ekelea kaswali, tushikilie kaswali kamoja. You'll ask our guest. Sawa sawa? So what is the biggest inspiration for your work, and generally all the work that you have put out there? Okay.
So the biggest inspiration is, for me, when I'm creating music, I like to create soundtracks to our lives. So nataka, in the moment of heartbreak, I can listen to Hildah. In the moment of happiness, I can still listen to Hildah. In the moment of grief, I can because I feel like music inakwanga a time machine in a way that ukisikiza utakumbuka exactly what you were going through at an exact moment ulisikia that song. So
venye mimi nikisikizanga Suzana, nilikuwa na dema alikuwa anaitwa Suzana. Aliniwacha.
Wow. Ulidu?
Nilikuwa nasikiza Suzana.
I don't know ulimfanyia nini kwa sababu kwa chabure.
Nitakwambia behind closed doors.
Okay.
Allegedly alikuwa anasema ati sikuwa nampikia vizuri.
Valid reasons. Ladies, valid reasons. Yeah, I think so.
Ladies wanapenda watu.
Exactly. Kama hujui kupika, nani atakuwa?
Is that supposed to go to the men, or is that supposed to go to the ladies?
What do you mean it's supposed to go to the ladies?
So si dem ndio anafaa kuwa anajua kupika?
It's both.
Sai tables zimeturn your design.
Yes.
So part of my CV nafaa kuongeza
I can cook
chapatis well.
I can cook very well.
Very well is key.
Not just cook, I can cook very well.
And I like that you mentioned we have specific episodes and moments in our life where we listen to music, and then we listen to music, and then it takes us to a particular point in our life where, say, we were grieving, or where we were the most in love, or where we were the most heartbroken. So have you had a particular situation whereby the current situation is in your life influences the kind of music that you put out there?
Yes, I would say it's actually most of the time, because that's where I draw my inspiration from. I write from real life experiences. Kama ni zangu, kama ni za friends, I do that. So, for example, with the new project I have out, ilikuwa mostly about the era I was in. I was in an era where I wanted to cause a lot of trouble. So that's how I ended up with the...
all the news. We'll get to your project.
Okay, But now that is just an example of something that nime get from my own real life experience.
Which song was inspired by a heartbreak?
Si zote. But Amini, heartbreak song, Fa, song kaizo.
Ulikuwa umetandikwa na heartbreak moja safi? Siogope, hawatakucheka.
Sana. Your time though.
Okay, and I'd like to know between the first moment you sat down, because you're a singer vis-a-vis songwriter. So between the first moment you sat down to write music and the way you write music currently, what is the defining factor? What are the lengths that you have gone to? What have you explored? What is different? What are you understanding more?
Yeah. I would say Kenya, okay, I don't know how to put it, but for most of the songs, I find a way to even make zote zisikuwe just sad songs. I find a way to make sad songs sound beautiful. Na kwanga nikistrive for that. Ndio isikuwe tu just unalia, banatika ulia but uko like but this song in a bang kind of vibe. So that's what I try to.
Unalia kwa shower ukienjoy hiyo ngoma.
Udem alikuwa na speak, alikuwa anasema buzz but uko like yeah. So I think that's something I've tried to like integrate into my music pia. I also try to find like a calm place ndo nianze kuandika.
Don't get in the moment.
Naanza ku relive the moments ndo the words. Sometimes you go through texts.
Yeah, for
zenye
sure. Bana unapata I don't know if you've had this moment. Una go through text uko like ni mimi nilikuwa naongea hivi. Ati please forgive me.
Yeah,
I will not do it again. Mimi ndo nilikuwa nasema please forgive me.
Na sisi wewe ndo ulikuwa in the right. Uko like no, but then I think nilikuwa nime lose the plot hapa but
nasema hapa nilikuwa na sim.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Experiences and the people in our lives influence our art so much. Sindio?
Yeah.
Now I've seen aside from how you present your art, there is so much intention. I mentioned when I was reading your introduction.
Yeah.
There's so much intention intertwined in the way you dress, the way you present yourself, the way you do your hair. Where does that come from? What is the inspiration for all that? Is there someone who does that for you? Or it's a you thing?
I'm into everything creative. So even with my clothes, even with how I dress, I try to also have an opinion on it. Yes, sometimes I get help from other people, from other creatives here. We put our minds together, we come up with something. But most of the time, niko behind the scene. As an artist in this new era, I think you should be able to do everything.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're talent, when you're producer, director, when you're editor. Exactly.
So you need to understand wholesomely how to package your work as a single entity before you bring people to help you on board.
100%.
So Naniali do your hair for your album launch?
A lady anaitwa Gishishi. She's an amazing hairstylist.
And I think people should check that hair out on your Instagram.
It was inspiring.
Your hair was looking so fantastic.
Thank you.
It'll take how long?
I can't
remember. Hapo the whole night.
I can't remember because ilikuwa like a photo shoot thing. So mimi nakuja tu as the talent. Nifanyeni kenye mnajisikia at this point.
Wewe uko saa tuko. And you've said your whole family, your mom, all your parents included, and your family members are woven into the music industry and they understand what this is.
Yeah.
Does that mean that this is easy for you as a person in that unajua mimi nikiweza ambia mamangu mimi nataka kukuwa msanii atakuwa na backlash kidogo sema hebu soma kwanza.
Utapata hata attack.
Atasema unakuwa msanii aje? Wewe ndio utafute kazi. So how different was it growing up with parents who know what music is and they understand the whole perspective around what you're doing?
I'd say honestly, I don't take it for granted. And I think I am very, very privileged to have understanding parents wako like, I think basi unaweza fanya hivi, like wako open to listening to it. Of course, lazima wana need convincing kiasi, but I would say I'm very privileged that walikuwa very understanding, wana understand that it's a new era. Try, fail, try again, fail until you get successful. If itakutosha by that time, you move on to the next. So
and resources wise, wao kutumia za fair.
Hey. Ni ufanye but usinitegemee.
Usiniambie ati mama nitumie chwani hapo.
Yes, wewe ndio ulisema unataka kufanya hii career fanya. But no, they are still very, very supportive even in terms of resources pia.
Wanakujanga events zako.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Ukiwa na event wanakuanga hapo hivyo.
Wako hapo
wanajump venye umewaweka nje saa 7 usiku ati unaimba.
Yeah, I have to return them to their old life pia.
So there's so much foreshadowing and hope in the way that you sing. Your lyricism has so much intention put to it. So are there moments you've sat down, say, to write, and you felt like you're coming off a little short?
Yeah, there are actually moments
Like
when I feel
an inferiority complex sort of in what you're doing?
it happens. It does happen a lot. You just have to remind yourself who you are and why you're doing the things you're doing. So most of the time, it can happen. You just have to take a break. It's not wrong to take a break either and just calm down until you get back to whatever you can. Yes, kuna hizo times uko imposter syndrome, like who do I think I am? Nianze kufanya vitu kaa hizi. But the more you do it, usi give up, in short. Just take a moment to feel whatever you're feeling, digest, alafu tena ukimaliza, go back. Yeah.
It's interesting you've mentioned who do you think you are. A few days ago, mtu alikuuliza on social media, who do you think you are? Wewe umetake time yako kuimba, alafu mtu akakuuliza, ulimwambia who do you think you are?
No, in such cases, me would take it in a humble way, because genuinely, labda hajui mimi ni nani. So what I do, I just share my music. Now I'm like, hey, I'm Hildah Watiri. This is what I do. I share my music. If you want to go listen, ikikubamba, stick around. Ikosa kukubamba, well and good.
So sure itambamba. Lakini have you had situations where the who do you think you are is a who do, it's a threat, like wewe unadhani wewe ni nani kwa industry?
Yeah, kuna watu wana feeling so much, wako na so much power over your career, especially me as an upcoming artist. Wana feel ni kama unajua bedhe bila mimi haungekuwa kwa hii position.
Kuna mtu ashaikwambia hivyo?
Yeah.
Jina yake inaanza na B.
Hapana, no, but
alikuwa sauti sol.
No, hao wase wapoa sana. But unapata like just a fan ako like mbona reply comments zangu, mbona repost nini zangu, like
entitlement.
Exactly. Wana feel like kuna so much power over your career that without them, which is not right, but we move regardless. Akosangi watu 1 2 3 hao.
Okay, before we go on, who feels like they have a burning question they want to ask our msanii here before we continue? Yeah. Nani anasikia akona kaswali inamchoma? Right there, we can get a mic for my brother there. Makofi ya huyo jamaa, swali ya kwanza bwana. Kuuliza swali si rahisi.
Hi Hildah.
Hi.
So my name is Kelvin.
Kwani mimi unisalimie?
So I work with Kea Franklin. Yeah. So my question to you is,
guys,
your artist manager Okoyo, I know him. So my question is, what do you consider when you're selecting an artist manager? Because as a brand, as Hildah, when we go to spaces, Okoyo is always rooting for you and stuff. And so there are artists over here who select artist managers and they don't promote their work. They're just there because he's a friend and stuff. So how are you able to balance it off, mixing, business, and also maybe you have that friendship with Okoyo and stuff like that? Yeah.
Makofeo jamaa bwana, anajua manager wa artist bwana. Hey. Huyo jamaa ako deep state.
Yeah. That's a very good question. Tulikuwa tuna discuss. Personally, I went through a lot of people ndio ni get the right manager. I feel like when you're looking for a manager, from my experience, is first of all, tafuta mtu mwenye ako passionate about music, especially your music. They can be passionate about everyone else's music, but your music, they have to, hata ikiwa trash aje, ako huko tu akisema, my artist does this and this. So you also create a friendship with that manager, because this is someone you need someone who knows you better than you know yourself. Mtu mwenye anakurepresent, like kama you're not in the room, yeye ndo ako he'll speak exactly what you would say in that kind of meeting. Mwenye ana root for you all the way. So that's what I was looking for in a manager. You'd find people wenye wako very, personally, I don't like, we have the money, we'll pay you, yeah, but I don't want you to be money oriented first, right? Have the drive. Yeah, we are here to look for the money. I'm still getting the money, but music ndo my number one, because the money comes after, right? So that's what I looked for in a manager, and that's why me and Okoyo work so well together. Because yeah, of course, kama unamjua, like he speaks in rooms zenye ata siko na ataongea very highly of me. My ideas zenye tumeshare pamoja ndo atajua. Other than that, kwa friendship, kuna vitu zenye beshte yako anajuanga kukuhusu, zenye hata maybe hujamwambia, like Hildah akiona hii atakasirika, atakuwa like mbona mna treat msanii wangu hivi, like hata mimi mwenyewe nimekasirika, so ata speak on that. So I think that's the first thing you should look for in a manager. Have that friendship, that passion, have the same goals. It's very, very important that vision yako ni vision yake. So yeah, that's I think that's the thing.
Umeget hiyo yote, but cha muhimu amesema pesa iko.
Pesa iko.
Siogope.
Yeah.
Kanji iko. Any other question from our audience before we go on? Perfect.
Hi, Hildah.
My guy Pat.
Yes. So I have a question.
Okay.
What's one mistake you made earlier in your career that you learned from? And also, how do you go about collaborations? And lastly, take us through like a normal studio session for you. How do you do it? Thank you.
Sorry, what's the last question?
Take us through like your normal studio session when you're unaingianga.
Studio
yes.
session.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful.
All right, thank you. So the first question is one mistake I've done or I did. Nianzia wapi? Just one. Question nitakusikia just one. Let me think about it. I think kumove kwa music with the intention of kujisahau, in short. Una move with the intention of following a wave without kama like you're not being yourself at some point. Because I've done music for a very long time, and sometimes ile time ya gengeton, I was like, how come?
Guys, let's keep it low kidogo ndo tuweze kusikia tafadhali. We're not doing more than 30 minutes, so let's keep it low kidogo to ski and then you continue. Sawa?
Yeah.
You can continue.
Yeah. So I would say not sticking to my true self and to my true beliefs ndio ilikuwa my worst mistake, because ilikuwa imefika point, guys, ningekuwa sahi gengeton singer, of which it's not a bad genre. I love the genre, but it wasn't but it wasn't me. So I would say what I learned from that is to always stick to your true belief. Like usiache waves zikubebe. What was the second question? Or how I go about collaborations.
Yeah.
I'm very, very open to collabs. Like just text me, DM me, whatever. Nakwanga very open to it, because I believe that in this journey, especially as an artist, you can't do it by yourself. Lazima tu kuwe na like a helping hand. I'm always open to questions and all that. I learn from people. I like people to learn from me pia. So if you're an artist, talk to me, tutafanya something.
Yeah, wasanii mmesikia, she's very open to collaboration.
Very open.
Just
yeah.
DM her.
Yes.
And the last question was, how do you go about your studio
My
sessions?
studio sessions.
Yeah.
So I like experimenting a lot. So Kitambo, I used to, I'll say the difference between Kitambo and now. So Kitambo, I used to play my music, like play the guitar, write a song, and then end up kwa studio. And then I present the song, and then me and the producer, we just come up with something that's in a match, whatever I had before. Mm-hmm. But right now, I'm trying to experiment, like Nenda Studio. We create from scratch, like the track from scratch, especially with Run. I work with Run a lot and K-Rock Music Sana. So what I do, I just let them produce kwanza, and then we come up with lyrics, we come up with the feeling, the vibe, and then you also have to have an idea of whatever you want before you get to a studio. So for example, like I'm trying to emulate maybe Ira Star, and I love Ira Star's music. So mix Ira Star with Thames. Let's come up with something enye iko in that kind of genre.
Ukona hizo manguo. Hizo manguo za Ira Star umeziona. Unafaa uzivaa hizo.
Nitafika hapo. Yeah.
I think you answered part, sindio? Thank you very much. Any other question? My ladies bana, ni manigas tu wanauliza maswali. Ladies, kwani si utuulize hata swali we mrembo. Tuulize swali moja. Unaweza uliza msanii anakulanga nini asubuhi? Atakujibu. Any ladies who want to ask a question? If there are no ladies, you can give the other gent. Let him go first and then you'll ask the last question. Hey. Where's the mic? Where's the microphone?
Oh.
MC jamani. Tunaomba mic tafadhali. We Larry, hauna hata swali we Larry.
Hi Hilda.
Hi.
So my name is Limsi. I'm an artist. I have two questions for you,
Okay.
and a request. So the first question is, what do you do when you're dealing with the writer's block? Maybe you get to a point where you're trying to come up with a song na akili imekataa, hakuna lines, hakuna ideas. How do you deal with that? And then another question is, what's your take on AI in songwriting or AI music?
Okay.
And the request is, you said you're open to collabs. I'm here. You know.
Okay.
You guy, collab imeiva you guy. Sawa.
Awesome. Those are very good questions. So, writer's block. For me, writer's block, I feel like it's inevitable. It's always gonna happen at some point. Una feel in every career, honestly, uta feel burnout. So what I usually do is try to find other hobbies zenye naeza integrate into my music. I also just accept it. Unasema tu, okay, sasa hivi ndo umeamua akili, like,
okay,
you're not gonna...
Ukiwa writer's block sana unapigia your favorite ex.
Naanza go through text, exactly. But most of the time, you just have to feel it, but also work through it in a way that I use the Nike just do it, because you'll have to write 100 bad songs to get your one good song. So hata ikiwa mbaya aje, just go ahead and do it. Also try to calm down, integrate hobbies, listen to people you actually really, really like. For example, me, I go into a mood where siingi studio, siandiki any songs. I'm just chilling, nasikiza wase wenye napenda, and then inspo itanirudia tu. But also just like ina depend tu na wewe, honestly. What was
the second question was, what do you think about AI being incorporated in writing?
AI in
right?
music. Okay.
AI in writing.
You umeniweka at the spot. Niko about kujipata
Try to be AI.
kwa blog.
Generate a heartbreak song.
Yeah, using
my boyfriend as an example.
Yeah. So I'm actually 50-50 about AI because in every technology, right? Inakuja ku enhance whatever is already there, right? The issue I have with AI is when you're 100% relying on it, like vocals, lyrics, production, everything. So there's no human touch in it. So that's why I feel like, okay, we can't lose the human touch and the human feeling in all this. But to enhance some things, because I'm sure a lot of people use AI to do a lot of stuff,
sure,
right?
Sure. Yeah.
So I don't know why watu wengine wakitumia iko na more heaviness than watu wengine. Ukiwa class uko tu hapo unatumia ChatGPT.
I use it to write a paragraph for my babe.
Wow. But some mimi nikitumia kuandika in a song, which is the same word, it's an issue. So that's why I'm very 50-50 about it, because I feel like there's a bit of a double standard in how people want you to use the AI and how they want to use the AI. But personally, bado sija dive into it. But I'm not closed off into diving into it. But my main point ni usi lose the human touch in whatever you do. Also for the collab, just DM me tutafanya something.
To my DM.
Yeah.
So it's interesting he's mentioned AI. There was a lot of pushback a while back about artists using AI to generate album covers.
Ooh.
In the sense that now the whole music loses touch. Hakuna that genuine feel in music.
Yeah.
So you've said you of course you have reservations about how far you can stretch yourself when it comes to using AI. So what do you think about people who go to the extent of generating an album cover? Because album cover inafaa kwanza tuna connect na album cover
Yeah.
before we get to the music itself, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, For me, sasa hapa ndo niko na the biggest fight na awase. Because I remember I actually said, I said, I feel like for graphics, come on, tunaweka so many rules kwa hizi vitu, honestly. And I'm sorry if there are any graphic designers in the house, but me, I have suffered in the hands of graphic designers. I have really, really suffered. So if AI can make it easy for me, and it's something that is really, really cool, and because I remember
like it'll lose touch, it'll lose that genuine form of what say a cover is supposed to be and the connection it's supposed to give with say your particular audience.
But
it doesn't lose touch.
I honestly don't feel like graphics inafaa kuwa na like okay, haina heaviness sana on the human touch. Lakini natoka hapa watu wa graphic designer wakinitafuta huko nje. But I feel like for graphics it's very easy. Not easy to do, don't get me wrong. It's not something that really, really relies on the human touch, sana. It's the information that is there. It's your eyes ndo zinakuwa pleased. It's not the unafeel ati, oh, you know, I feel like I'm very connected to this. Yeah, so honestly, hapo mimi mtani forgive. Cover zangu zinaweza kuja. Nikikosana tena na graphic designer mwingine, just know. Hiyo ndo direction.
Tukubalie nyote
yangu mnikubalie, please.
That's interesting. Speaking of albums, your latest album, Watiri's Trouble, is out.
Yeah.
Wangapi wamesikia hiyo album?
Oh, thank you.
Hao watu wako wanapenda. Yeah, so your latest album, and I had the privilege of getting an invite to launch your to come for the launch party. But I had a side quest in Malindi, so I was not able to come.
Oh, so I was not a priority. Sawa tu.
Si hivyo.
Nikifika 1 million ukuwe na the same spirit.
Umefika 1 million mara kadhaa, usikue hivyo. Usianze hizo kujifanya hivyo sasa. Sitarudia basi, nisamee.
Yes, you forgiven.
Yeah, so I'd like to know what do you feel like this body of work has achieved what you intended for it to achieve from the mixing, the mastering? Because I have to say from kwa discography yako yote, I have to say this is something that was ilikuwa na so much energy aside from Love Struck, of course, your EP. The Watiri's Troubles ilikuwa na so much energy to it, so much intention, very colorful and very interesting. So do you feel like as an artist, I'm not 2 months in, right? Has it achieved, of course, that might not be very practical, but do you think it has achieved what you intended for it to achieve?
Yeah, actually, because my intention with the new EP, thank you for listening, ilikuwa new sounds, new experiments, especially na sound, new producers, new collaborators, not just in Kenya, but across the continent. Because aim yangu, we have to go global. Yes. So I wanted to integrate kila kitu kwa iyo EP. So even with the title, ilikuwa Watiri's Trouble, kwa sababu I wanted to show that I am trouble, like I'm bringing the trouble, 100%. The chaos into the music.
Ule mtu alikuwa amekuuliza, who do you think you are?
Nilimjibu na the whole project. So yeah, I feel like we did achieve what we wanted. Me and my label and my team tuli achieve exactly kenye tulikuwa tunataka. And yeah, so far I think it's some of the best music I've also created in such a long time.
To get into the specifics, I liked the first song, WTT. Ilikuwa na so much introduction. Ndo nilijua unatoka Murang'a.
Yeah.
My photographer anaitwa Sejo. Pia yeye ni wa Murang'a.
Yeah, adwa mosi.
Mjue kama nyinyi ni my neighbors.
Yes.
So I think I liked that song. The intro was good. And
Thank
then
you.
on to the next song. Nilikuwa naona jana ulikuwa na so for context, the next song is called Pole Pole. And you have featured Fena Gitu.
Femi1?
You have featured Femi1, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm confusing Femi1 and Fena.
Yeah,
so umefeature Femi. Na Femi is very vocal with her lyrics.
Yes.
Very out. Yeah, lyrics zake there was a comparison that was happening between Femi1's lyrics. Na lyrics zake ni very out there. Wewe uko calm, uko reserved, lakini yeye anasema raundi ni 50. Kwa hiyo ngoma.
Yeah.
Fena alikuwa anafikiria nini akisema? I mean, you were in studio with her.
Yeah.
What was she thinking while saying And I saw you were having a conversation with her yesterday.
Yeah.
Alikuwa nafikiria nini akisema round ya 50?
Well, alisema kwanza first of
Ama
all.
hapa before you answer, kuna mtu anaweza enda round ya 50 hapa?
Wow.
Of course hakuna. Msanii unaweza? So what was that like? That line was very catchy.
Yeah. So I think I love that how Gopangi kusema whatever is on her mind. So the fact that you really come out at first hatukuwa tumeisikia and then akaisema tena and then akatuuliza guys mnasikia nini nasema? Like for real unasema round ni 50. Sema ni round za kutembea ni round gani hizi tunaongelea?
Context tujue. Na akasema ati alipeana advice ati
alisema ni bare minimum.
Alisema ukitaka kuachieve unafaa ufanye nini 1M?
Upige kifua mara 50.
Ukitaka
na uoge na maji ya chumvi.
Hiyo ni 150 AM to
Yes.
be specific.
Yes.
Unafaa upige kifua na
Yeah.
So umesikia advice mmepata. Ukitaka kwenda round 50 150 AM
Yes.
unajipiga kifua.
Ukisema I claim 150 I claim 50 rounds.
50. What was working with We Are Nubia like on
It was really interesting. It was so much fun. Me nakwanga like napenda tu kuwork na the female in the industry because I feel like kwanza hii mwaka we have run the industry to my rule sana. So it was really awesome because me and We Are Nubia have been friends from kitambo, like when they were like a 5 girl group. So when tulikuwa tunaongelelea tu kuwork pamoja because I was a bit ahead of them kwa industry. So most of the time matando alikuwa nakuja like, oh Hilda, you're doing this, can we do this? Tukiandika songs pamoja. And then tukafikiria when the time is right, why not do something together? So
for sure. So I'm being told our time is running out. So as we wind up, what was the biggest challenge working on that album? I mean, it's just 7 tracks, but I don't think anyone would get the feel of how much work it takes to put together music and the storytelling behind it and the whole production. So what was the biggest challenge putting this together?
The biggest challenge was getting our schedules together na collaborators. Ndio maana mimi kwa very open to collab. I don't like making it hard for someone. So kama not the ones I have on the EP, au walikuwa so dope, so awesome. But wengine like when nilikuwa approach before, don't make life hard for someone. Just if you want to say no, say no. If you want to come through, come through. Ukusema like, okay, let's try a different day, a different time, a different, season. Niko break, nini. Just be honest in whatever you're doing. So that was the biggest challenge, but we still did manage to do whatever we did. So I'm pretty excited about it too.
So as we wind up, I want to give you your flowers. So Amini featuring Jerai, 1 million streams on Spotify. Heartbreak Song featuring Kinoti, 1 million streams on Spotify. So you can stream Hildah Watiri's music on Spotify, and you can check out this episode on my YouTube channel, Irorii Podcast, The Anthill on YouTube. Sawa, muende, subscribe, listen to Watiri, follow my podcast, Irorii Podcast on YouTube. Pia mimi niko open for collaborations. Munaweza ni DM. Sawa. Thank you so much, guys, for your time, and all the best to all the other creators who are coming on next. And have a good time, kila mtu ajibambe. Sawa. I've had a good time, and thank you for your time, guys. Sawa.
Thank you for having me.
I want to remind you guys, we have the Samsung Experience Zone on my right-hand side, back right. You can go there and interact with new gadgets, upgrades. We are also talking about the new Samsung Galaxy A57 and Samsung Galaxy A37 5G. Of course, pia tuko na goodies kutoka Samsung, where we are going to do a social media challenge, and a few people will be picked from Instagram. Alafu watapewa hampers and goodies kutoka Samsung. But before we go any further, DJ, nataka uniekee mziki, and then I'm going to try and move you guys to the seats that are right in front of you. Ndajaribu kuwa push, but musi push back, sawa? Tuelewane, si ndio? DJ, niekee mziki nikijaribu.